Welcome to yet another episode of Beyond the Present podcast. I'm Daniel Molgan, and today we're talking about social circle management. Guys, it is said that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And today, I want to help you understand this concept well. Right now, go and open your phone, look at the contacts, and ask yourself, from all the contacts on that phone, who are the 5 people that you contact the most? I bet you one thing, that your income is the average of those 5 people's income. Your lifestyle in many ways represents their lifestyle, your values, your goals, and your ambitions. Understand this. We are humans and we're easily influenced by the people we spend the most time with. And today, I want to help you understand why you should manage your social circle, why you have to focus on building the best social circle possible that aligns with your goals and values. So now let's get started with the details of how exactly we'll be doing this. As I mentioned earlier, you want to understand the importance of picking a social circle that truly aligns with your values and goals. Understand this. Every single person on this planet deserves your respect. Every single person on this planet deserves your help. If somebody is in need, you don't even know who they are, you should be a good person and go and help them. Every single person on this planet deserves to have his or her voice heard because we're all humans and we all deserve the same level of respect and understanding. However, despite all of that, not everyone deserves to be in your social circle. That's a huge factor. Guys, when we're talking about the importance of giving everyone the due respect, attention, and care, we're talking about generally being a good person. And that's really the case. We're all humans. Everybody deserves some attention, some respect, some understanding. But not everyone should be in your social circle. Because a lot of the times we end up hanging out with people that we shouldn't just out of our, good willing. And that's really not okay. Today I want to help you understand why it is so dangerous to just randomly haphazardly build a social circle made of people who might not necessarily be on the same wavelength as you are. You see, in life, every single one of us are being constantly influenced by our environment. Every single morning, if you're talking to someone, the moment they bring a very bad topic, you are going to be influenced by that. The moment they realize, we have to do this, you feel like, well, why don't we try that? Given the fact that every single one of us is susceptible to social influence, if we want to have a specific outcome in life, whatever that outcome might be, could be in career, could be in life, we have to understand that we need to take care of our social circle and pick the right people who are in the same page and the same direction in life as we are. So why is that so important? Because imagine you want to achieve any goal in life, whether it is in your career, in your personal life, with your health and fitness, relationships, spirituality, arts, doesn't really matter. Imagine for you, arts is the most important thing in life, and you hang out with those people who don't even understand what arts means. Imagine for you, success in career is the most important thing in life, and you spend most of your time with hippies who believe that life is meant to be enjoyed by smoking pot and having fun. Imagine for you, health is an important value, but most people around you are overweight and don't really take care of their health very often or very much. This is going to create a major conflict. This lack of congruence in what you want to achieve and accomplish in life and what your social circle does will ultimately create this inner civil war where you feel like, well, I should do this, but I don't know what I should do next, and I don't know what's going on. And this creates a lot of barriers towards your ultimate success, which is why it's very important to be very careful about who you hang out with on a regular basis. This involves selecting the right people to associate various types of long-term relationships with. At home, at work, personally and professionally, you want to be very cognizant of what these people stand for. So social circle management really is all about that. It's about knowing who to let in and who to respectfully keep out. But that doesn't mean that you're going to be a mean person saying, okay, whoever is on my side is on my side. If you're not with us, then you're against us. I'm not talking about being a polarizing person or trying to create a lot of hostility towards other people. That's not what I'm saying right now. That's not actually productive. What I'm saying is understand that everyone deserves your respect, your attention and understanding, but not everybody should be on your life's daily task or goals and be a part of your regular routine life. Because that is then going to distract you from your goals and will then take you towards a whole new direction. Once again, go back to the example of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This has been done before, by the way. There have been researchers done in this regard where they realized the 5 people you associate with the most, if you literally took their income and divided by 5, your income actually matches that average. In many other areas, in terms of health and fitness, desires and aspirations, hobbies, and almost everything else, it's like the people that we spend the most time with are always influencing us and we're influencing them. And that's like, an interesting fact about human life. So if you really want to build the kind of life that you want, you have to understand that you need to take all of that into consideration when picking that social circle, especially those 5 people that you interact with the most. Now, how do we do this? First of all, in order to have the right social circle for you, you have to first understand who you are, what your values are, what your end goals are, and what type of lifestyle do you want to have. If you don't know that, then you can't really select the right social circle for you. And unfortunately, a lot of us, we just randomly get involved in relationships, not even knowing where they're going because we don't know where we are going. And of course, we end up going in the same direction as the average of those 5 people or 10 or whatever in our social circle. So you want to focus first on who you are and what you want from your life in order to pick the right social circle for you. And that requires introspection and taking the time to truly understand what you want from life. Is your main goal in life aimed towards a specific, perhaps, vision? Does it involve a certain, perhaps, element that is artistic, athletic, spiritual, business? Doesn't really matter. You should know exactly what you want in life. They say discover your whys and your whats. Why do you want to achieve what you want to achieve and what you want to achieve? That's very important. Now, I've previously talked about this in some of our previous episodes about how to truly understand who you are and what you want. I'm not going to repeat that here again, but the basics are you simply have to ask yourself, who do I want to replace my current life with? Look around you. You will find a lot of great examples. Ask yourself, would I switch place with that person? If the answer is yes, then on probably many levels, you have similar goals, aspirations, or dreams as that person. And that gives you a clue as to what you truly want. But once you discovered what you want from life, then you have to ask yourself every single time when you want to build long-term, serious, personal, professional, and familial relationships with those around you. Ask yourself, are they on the same page as I am? Do they want the same that I want? Are they going towards the same path as I am? If the answer is no, then by quietly, respectfully, and gently moving away from them in order to build a social circle made of those who are more in alignment with you, you are doing the right thing for both yourself and for them. Because when you get involved with those people who are going on a very different trajectory in life, the chances are, especially if you're the only one among the mixed, the chances are you will create a lot of resentment among those people as well. That's why we see so many acts of hatred and jealousy and envy and so on in many groups, in that one person all of a sudden acts in a different way and the whole group's like, oh, why is this gal or this guy acting like this? And this leads to resentment, sometimes creates a toxic relationship, and most certainly, leads to a lot of envy and jealousy, which ultimately harms that relationship. So you have to take that step in advance and ask yourself, all right, so we probably aren't on the same wavelength. The longer we stay in this relationship, the harder it's going to get for both of us. So it's my job now to pick the right approach and then to hopefully move towards the direction with the help of those who are on the same page as I am. So be very selective of your social circle. And understand this, while you can have thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of friends and followers and fans, that doesn't mean that your social circle should be made of hundreds of thousands or millions of people. As a matter of fact, most productive and successful people have very small social circles, made of no more than 150 people at most, right? So they might be a celebrity. They might be known by millions of people, but their actual social circle, if you look at it very closely, it's almost rarely more than 150 people. That means you have to be very selective of those people. Who do you associate with on a regular basis? Because that's going to have an impact for two reasons. Number one, if you are not on the same wavelength as they are, and if you have to be slightly more ambitious, this will lead to the feelings of jealousy and envy. Ultimately, that relationship becomes toxic, and you realize that other people in that social circle are trying to actively sabotage, your progress. Why? It's the nature of social circle, because all social circles are designed to keep people aligned in the same direction, and the majority almost always win. So when the majority wins, what happens is that you have to go with them towards that direction. Give you one example. Let's say that you're very health conscious and you believe that you have to exercise regularly, eat healthy, and avoid, smoking or excess drinking. But almost everyone in your social circle is a party boy or a party girl who smokes heavily, drinks a lot, parties every single day, doesn't care so much about, exercising or having enough sleep, and you're one among the mix of all of these people. What ends up happening is very simple. You eventually either have to succumb to the will of the majority and act like them, meaning abandoning your goal, or your behavior will then stir unease feelings and tension and jealousy among the group. And eventually you might even see that people are talking about like, oh, look, you see that gal, you see that girl? She wants to be a super popular girl. Look at how she's exercising. She's not drinking. She's not smoking. Oh my gosh, she thinks she's better than us. And this is going to create that sense of hostility, hatred, and jealousy. So either way, you're going to have a difficult time in that social circle because they are not going to get along with you in that case. So it is your job in that case to say, all right, girls, yeah, I want to be a very successful girl and I want to be very popular and healthy. So we have to probably part ways. That's necessary. That doesn't mean being disrespectful of them. You can do this very respectfully, but it means being concerned about your mission in life and your goal and your, direction. So next time you want to build this social circle or edit it or somehow redesign it, ask yourself, are these people the right people for me? Because if they're not, believe me, you will not achieve your goals because almost all big goals in life are the result of collaborative, cooperative effort. And if you're not in the right social circle, the chances are you will not achieve it. Name one major accomplishment that was achieved solo by one person. There is none. And for that reason, the importance of building the right social circle becomes very important. And that should be reflected on the way you interact with other people as well. You must be very polite, very respectful, but you should always let people know that there are people that you will associate with on a regular basis, that you will bring in to your social circle, and there are those who will not join your social circle. That doesn't mean that you are going to be disrespectful or disregarding. A person might never, ever come to your social circle, but you could always be there for them to help, to offer guidance, to do whatever you can for them. But helping someone, being with them, and trying to make their lives better does not necessarily mean that it should be a part of your social circle. It doesn't mean that you have to call them or be in touch with them on a regular basis. Because ultimately, you have so much time per day, and you want that time to be spent with the people who are on the same page as you are. So from now on, anytime you want to make or form relationships, ask yourself, are we on the same page? Are we going towards the same direction in life or not? If the answer is no, then gently, politely, and subtly gain some distance. Because your social circle is very crucial to your attainment of success and your happiness. Understand this. This is not just about your success. It is also about your peace of mind, your happiness, and your well-being. And being in the wrong social circle can truly traumatize you and reduce the quality of your life. So take that very seriously, especially those 5 people that you spend the most time with. Be very selective of them. Understand every aspect of their lives. What do they do? What do they want? What are they going for? Are we on the same page? Now, that doesn't mean you have to find people who are exactly like you, because that's probably never going to happen. Your goal isn't to find an equal, a clone of yours. No. If you and that person are in a certain respect aligned, that is enough to form lasting personal or professional relationships. You don't need to find a copy of yours. All you need is to find someone who is in more ways like you than isn't like you. And that's really enough to build that great social circle. And be mindful of that social circle because that's going to determine your income, your education, your health, your well-being, and ultimately the quality of your life. All right, guys, that's all the time we had for. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, you can always reach me on social media, Dan Molgan, and I'll be happy to answer all of your questions. This is all the time we had for. I'm Daniel Molgan, and this was Beyond the Present Podcast. Have a good one.